Hey YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with my first Master League Classic team, and this one is a pure Zacian counter team. So what happened was I started Master League Classic the other day with my team that I got the 400 plus ELO one, which is I'll link it above. It was Kyogre, Excadrill, and Palkia. Bazikions are everywhere. Like I think I in the 25 games I played the other day, I think I saw it like 10 to 15 times. It's everywhere. Same thing today. So I'm like, okay, go to PV Poke. What are the top counters for this thing? So the two main counters that are still very viable in the Master League Classic are Groudon and Kyogre. So solid core uh, with a big glaring weakness to Dragon. Dragonite, Palkia, not Dialga because uh, Groudon could take Dialga, but anything with like the Dragon Breath damage is typically rough, and Giratina to a certain extent too. So I needed a Dragon Breath type Pokemon to deal with all that, and I tried Palkia, but I'm like, nope, I can't do Palkia because I'm not only am I seeing Zacian everywhere, I saw a lot of double charm teams too. So let's go with the beast that we know in Dialga because we know we can get the Dragon Breath off. Iron Head hits super effective, so if you get a advantage in the if you get like a energy advantage, you can launch those super effective Iron Heads, and then it Dragon Breath for all those other dragons. And I did 5 sets today, all 5 were positive. I think 4 of them were 3 and 2, so I don't go too crazy. But again, super strong team. Dealt with Zacian on the lead a ton. Palkia, if you don't align your Dialga with this, you're in trouble, and I will show you that in one of the battles here. But let's get into these battles and take a look at how it went. So, Groudon into Giratina. So this is actually not a bad matchup because one Shadow Ball and one Earthquake will not KO. So I always shield up the Shadow Ball because you can take this in the one shield. Because what happens is if they don't shield, so I don't know if I'm going to shield it. I'm probably going to shield here just because I know I can take in the one shield. And what's going to happen is I'll either go and do the Fire Punch, or do I just go for straight Earthquake knowing that Fire Punch will take it out? Okay, so I let this one go, and then I'll just Fire Punch down. Because okay, double shield. I don't need to double shield that. I will survive. So I've played this match, and I think it's probably in here later too. Because one Fire Punch, as you're going to see, will not take it out from full health, but the Mud Shots will. So I could have survived that, and I would have won with like 1 or 2 HP and took the lead, took switch. But I want to keep that because what I'm expecting is a double charm team. So this is double charm team. And the reason I was expecting that was because I wasn't expecting it. I expected it once I won switch. Something's just telling me to keep the Groudon alive. And Groudon has an amazing matchup here. So I came in with the Kyogre to deal with this. Get double. So that's the problem. This thing is so spammy that I had to move, but just got taken out. Their defense is lower twice, so I'm just coming here probably with the Dialga and start Dragon Breathing down to get an energy lead. Problem is, 2 shielded Togekiss is tough. The good news is I can throw these Iron Heads here, so they're going to have to burn 1 shield. And the Fire Punches do add up a lot quicker than you would expect. So they're going to have to throw here. I'm hoping I get to another one just to burn that second shield. Flamethrower almost takes me out, so I need to immediate switch, and here we go. Because I was so loaded on energy, these Fire Punches, as you're going to see, I think I'm within Mud Shot / 1 Fire Punch range. So get the one here. Now it's just timing to make sure they don't sneak a charm through. So they're going to grab the first shield here, or second shield, and I get another one off. And this will take it out because I got one with the Iron Head, if that makes sense. And take it out there. So Groudon actually has a pretty decent matchup against Togekiss. I always mispronounce it. So I get called out all the time. Anyways, Dialga, and this is why I like Groudon. Not only is it like one of the main Zacian counters, you still have Melmetal and Dialga running wild in this, and Giratina's. So the ability to deal with all those, and I run it with Mudshot just because I want that energy generation, and I don't want to throw resisted Dragon Tails against the Zacian. So they shielded. I'm going to shield back. Sometimes I play this match baiting with the Fire Punch. Sometimes I don't. it's one of those things that I seem to get called on when I when I don't bait properly and when I do. Anyways, so not going to get to that. I know this matchup. If you throw the 2 earthquakes, you will not get to the third one if they have a decently IV'd, and this one is 40-80, which means it's already probably best buddied. So they switch into, they give up switch here and come in with the Groudon. And this is a Dragon Breath, Dragon Tail Groudon, which is much, much worse for them. I mean, it's doing more effective. But now they're not going to get to the Earthquake before I just take them out here. And they have their own Kyogre. So this is pretty much game over. I figured they would run, they may be running Thunder, because I'm running Avalanche, but I've gone back, Blizzard, but I've gone back and forth here. So I'm just going to do chip damage because I know I can just take this down with Dragon Breaths. The Iron Head's actually resisted on the Kyogre, so I just need to do as much chip damage, save a shield because their Dialga probably has Draco loaded, so I can't burn a shield here. What I can do is just do a ton of chip damage, come in here, nothing they're going to throw is take me out. They had like no health on Dialga, and it just gets Dragon Breath down, and this game's over. So good lead there, and they gave up switch into my Kyogre. So this is it. This, I've seen this on, so I saw it like, again, probably another 10 to 15 times today. 9% of the time, it is on the lead. The thing is, they're never going to throw the first close combat until they get to 2. And one Earthquake, as you're going to see, they never shield, gets it just to the red. So you can survive one close combat comfortably, like you're in the yellow, as you'll see. But 2 will take you out. So I could throw the Fire Punch there. But I decided it's probably better to save the move and just farm down. And they didn't want to get farmed down because they're already 2-time lowered. So they come with Giratina, so I'm just going to throw this Earthquake. They shield, but that's okay, because now I got a pretty good matchup here. Do I shield this knowing that it's going to be Shadow Ball, or do I let it go? I shield it, because my thought process here is the Zacian's already really low that I can just waterfall it down, so I don't really need to worry about a move here. And being able to take this out and still have a pretty loaded Dialga for what's ever in the back is a pretty good situation. And that's the thing. This team is like an overpowered team, and it's a melmetal. So this is okay because I can just go to the Draco, and then I got 2 Pokemon to deal with it. So that's perfect. So this game is pretty much in the bag, because even if they do shield this between the Kyogre and they don't shield it, so this game is 100% over because now I can just waterfall down. This is like not an OG team, because I don't think this, maybe these 3 have been run together, but Kyogre, Dialga, Groudon, one of the top ranked metas since like season 1 of Master League, and they're all extremely, extremely strong overall. So these 3 together, the fact that all 3 of them, Dialga's a little more shield dependent and energy dependent, but the fact that Groudon and Kyogre can deal with Zacian and still has those amazing matchups elsewhere, except for this matchup, got to get out of here. And this is why I like Dialga, because even no matter what comes in, and out comes a Metagross, which these Dragon, again, is all resisted, but man, these are adding up. And this Draco is going to put it pretty low, and they don't shield because they think it's just resisted, which it is, but I'm going to shield here because now I can probably Dragon Breath down even though I've lowered my attack. And I want to win switch because I have absolutely 0 matchup against the Yveltal on my Groudon. It's one of the main weaknesses is the flying. Yeah, like Dragonite, Yveltal, Lugia. Groudon has absolutely no matchup unless you run that Dragon Tail. But again, I don't want the Dragon Tail because this team is specifically built for Zacian. So I'm going to grab the shield back, which is good. The problem is they are now going to get a ton of farm here. But my only answer is Kyogre. So 1 waterfall through. I'm going to shield it up. They could be the Focus Blast, and it's not just the Dark Pulse. And they come in with Mewtwo. So I'm going to try and sack here. And even though I didn't sack properly, it does not matter. Groudon is useless to me, right? It has no matchup against Yveltal. This is going to come down to my Kyogre. And I just want to do Fire Punch damage here because basically all I need to do is be able to waterfall down here and come out with 2 Surfs. Because I just need 2 Surfs to take it out, 1 for the shield. I would prefer they not get to this because any move that the Yveltal throws will take me out now. If they didn't have it, they probably would need 2 moves. But I'm at back-to-back here. Now I'm at back-to-back. So throw this, and I think they're still mid-animation. And I do get to go back to back here. Oh, no move went through there, which is huge. Because I think I'm almost positive I remember them going, yeah, one more. I swear they were at a move because they were loaded. So I'm surprised they didn't throw, or maybe they overtapped. I don't know. But good to take that one. Melmetal, great lead. Great lead, but you're going to see what happens in the back here. And out comes, what you're going to see, I'll take the superpower because it does nothing. Out comes a Lugia. So a little slow there. I'm going to come in with my Dialga because it's still going to be an Aeroblast, so I still need to shield it. And that's okay. I got a good matchup here. The problem is Iron Heads are resisted as well here. So this is not going to take it out. And now I'm going to need another Iron Head. So I'm going to need to throw here. And they're not going to get me down to get me to an Air Blast. So they just do chip damage with Sky Attack, which is smart. So I'm going to try and build up as much energy as I can before they get it. So one with I'm low enough that hopefully whatever comes in doesn't get too much farm. And two, I have a ton of energy coming out that maybe I can get to a Draco if this goes for an aggressive farm down, which it is. And I just get to a Draco. So that's huge here. And get the Draco off and let it go. So perfect, because now I can come in with my Groudon and Fire Punch this, and they're going to have to shield and burn a ton of energy, or else they're loaded with energy, so they're not going to let it go. So that's one shield. They're going to throw here. I'll take whatever it is. We're now 1-1 in shield, and that's super low, and I'm thinking, good matchup here. I got a full health. I'm going to take this out before it goes. So full health Kyogre, a little bit left on this, and it's a Palkia. So game over. Nothing I can do here. Needed that Dialga here because I have absolutely no matchup here. Everything I throw is resisted. I build up to the Blizzard and bait, and they still get to the second Aqua Tail, so I need to shield this. But then even if I bait, they shield, and I still don't get to the move. Avalanche just takes so long to get to. So tough matchup here. Great lead. Again, I just burned my only Palkia counter there. And I think Melmetal, Palkia, Lugia is a very common line, so I probably should have recognized that. Anyways, I think it's the last battle, and we're going to do another one here just to show you guys, again, how on the lead you can deal with this quite easily. So I'm building up a bit here, going to go Earthquake, same sort of situation, except I'm missing a ton of bubbles this time, so now they're not as low here. And so what you're going to see here is this time I was like, okay, I'm going to go for the Fire Punch because I don't want to farm down. So sometimes what I do is I sometimes farm down and sometimes don't, because now we both haven't burned shields, but I can take Switch, or, which I kind of figured, they have the second move that they want to get off. So now I can shield. They've already burned a shield, so now we're even, and they need to give up Switch, and they come in with a Dialga. So this is great. I'm just going to go straight Earthquake because get that last shield, right? Last shield or KO. That's what you want here. And they do shield. That's okay. I got my own Dialga. I do need to shield up a potential Draco because that would one-shot me here. And if it's just an Iron Head bait, so be it, because I could just get to my own Iron Head here and probably take it out. The Zacian is low enough that Dragon Breath probably will take it down. And then we'll see what they have in the back here. If I remember, yes. So I got lucky here in the fact that they came in here. Problem is, so, okay. Lucky that they came in there that I got enough Dragon Breath damage. How you count my Dragon Breath to Iron Head ratio, you are a much better battler than I am. The good news is, took it down low enough there. They don't get the boost, which they are going for. It's going to take a Shadow Ball and Omnis Wind. A Shadow Ball won't take me out from here, and they know that, so they leave. So had they not come in immediately, I probably would have been in more trouble there. But because I was able to get the Dragon Breath down, it still takes both Kyogre and Groudon, it takes a Shadow Ball plus Omnis Wind to take me out. So with the Groudon, you can still take that one in the one shield. Kyogre, you're in bigger trouble, but at least with the chip damage there, you can take one Shadow Ball and still get the Waterfall Surf for the win there. So that's a team. Like I said, I went 5 positive tape. I'm going to use this again tomorrow today, since it's Friday and going into the weekend. For those of you who saw my note today, I have a sick 2-year-old who's trying to sleep it off right now. And my wife is due to give birth now 2 days from now. Sunday is the due date, but our first was 2 weeks late, so we're not we're not expecting Sunday to actually come and get the baby. But who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna try to keep up with the filming, but realistically, whenever this happens, expect multiple days of not regular videos. So what I did was I shot 5 videos in advance. Everything ranging from what to use elite TMs on to a fun like ranking YouTube PvP YouTubers based on their battling skills to another team building series. I do ABA line to looking at like behind the numbers on my YouTube shorts of why I'm doing so many. So if you see a few of those sort of like random videos coming in, it's most likely that I had the baby, or at least I'm too busy to like at the hospital or something. So anyways, keep eyes open for that. If I come back to you next week with my regular videos, it's because the baby has not come yet. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.